Hello and welcome to Lividian Publications unboxing. Technically, it's a second-hand unboxing, but it's pretty close to first-hand. This, my friends, is The King of Shadows by Robert McCammon, featuring the foam that Lividian uses. It does not fit as snug because there were other titles in this. So this is just one title. This housed 3 titles originally, but just the one title for me. So anyways, this is the trade edition of The King of Shadows. One of Brian's or Lividian's top tier subscribers had received the latest package, which includes the King of Shadows trade edition, includes the store, the signed limited edition by Bentley Little, and the arc of the store. And, well, he didn't want to keep the trade edition, so he had offered it for sale at a very reasonable price, and I am a slut for Robert McCammon, so I scooped that up. I already have the signed edition, and this, being a trade edition, trade first edition, is also signed by Robert McCammon. Look at that. That is so cool. So I could not resist the chance to pick this up. So I do have the limited edition unboxing on the channel. I gave kind of a book review in there as well. I'd recommend checking that out. I prepared for it this time. Robert McCammon in period era costume with fake nose. I was completely caught off guard when I did the numbered edition unboxing. Was not expecting that. Numbered edition is gorgeous. And they're both very nice. This is just very much a trade edition title. Nothing too fancy. But still very much a great reading copy. So was this the 7th title? Does it say in here? Is this 8th? This is the 8th title. Man, what's the title I'm missing? I know I have them all. I do have them all in some form or another. Not necessarily all the signed editions. Queen of Bedlam is very expensive to come by. Mr. Slaughter, I think, is also pretty expensive to come by. And then the very first title, Nightbird, is just, it's not a small press title. You have to go and spend good money to get that signed limited edition. You can go to the official site of the publisher of the first title, and they'll take your money, and they won't do anything, and then you'll have to dispute it in order to get your money back. But anyways, this is the 8th title, the Matthew Corbett title, which is very much period adventure, period drama, period thrillers. Very, very good titles. Seriously, you should definitely check them out. Now, I'm not going to lie. This was probably my least favorite of the Matthew Corbett novels that I've read. That's not to say that it's bad. It's not a bad novel. It's just, it's different. So Matthew himself is kind of like a secondary character in this novel, which is kind of a shame. Man, am I just getting old, or does this text seem really small? Maybe, that does seem small to you, right? Maybe it's because it's not just your phone screen. I don't know. You gotta get a lot of novel in this 500 pages. But this is actually under 500 pages, so maybe the text is small. I'm going to have to compare now. Anyways, Matthew Corbett has found himself teaming up with his arch nemesis, Professor Fell, to go on a nice little boat trip over to Italy. And things don't go well, and they wind up on an island, a mysterious island. And almost the entirety of the novel takes place on this island. Him and his buddies. Great House is there. Cardinal Black is there. I mean, it's not really a spoiler. He's right on the cover. Well, that's not Cardinal Black. That's Cardinal Black's little demon friend that he talks to, I think. And Decay is the new villain who pops up. He's on the cover as well. And the King of Shadows, the titular King of Shadows, deals with memory. Tricks of memory. Everyone on this island seems to have some memory problems, kind of almost as if like things that should be there aren't there, things they thought were there are no longer there. It's an issue. It's an issue for them, and they don't know if they can get off this island. And it's a nice novel. It's still well written. Robert McCammon definitely has a gift for dialogue and a different gift for characters. I've never read a McCammon novel where I've said, wow, I did not like it. And that's, you know, not to say I didn't like this one. It was my least favorite Matthew Corbett novel, primarily because Matthew Corbett's almost a secondary character for a good portion of it. There's large segments that are dedicated to the backstory for Cardinal Black and the backstory for Decay, the new character who's added in, which those are fine. I mean, they're very fine reads, but it almost felt like those should have just kind of been like standalone novellas, perhaps. Whereas I want more, excuse me, more Matthew Corbett adventures. Now, as you saw, this copy is signed by Robert McCammon. There are a good number of first edition copies that are signed by McCammon on this little specialty sheet, many of which are available through just specifically small press publishers. Lividian Publications being one of them. If you buy it through Subterranean Press, you get one. Camelot Books, I believe, has the signed copies. A whole bunch of different publishers, small little bookstores and publishers will have the signed copies. But if you buy it through like Amazon or Barnes & Noble, you're not going to get a signed copy. If you want an interesting signed copy, you can buy it from Alabama Booksmith, who in less than a week, this upcoming Saturday, is actually hosting Robert McCammon for an in-person signing. You should check out Jeff Terry's channel, The Jeff Word, because he's actually going to, he lives close, he's down in Tennessee now, he lives closer to Alabama. He's going down to Bama to go and see Robert McCammon in person, and I am very jealous of him. So if you buy it from Alabama Booksmith, you're not going to get the signature page like that, but you are going to still get a signed copy. You might even be able, I don't know if he's doing personalized copies, but you can check out their site, and maybe there's a way you can ask for a personalized copy. It'd be pretty cool. I actually bought the last title. Was the last title Cardinal Black? I feel like it is. Yes, the last title was Cardinal Black because that was the Cemetery Dance one. Cardinal Black was sold via Alabama Booksmith, and you actually got I bought that from them, a signed trade edition, and you got a little kind of an art print of the in-costume photo that Robert McCammon took for that book, which was really cool. So I don't think they're doing the same thing for this one, but still, very cool opportunity. But seriously, check out Robert McCammon. Is it Speaks the Nightbird or Sings the Nightbird? I'm drawing a blank. I want to say Speaks the Nightbird, but half me wants to say Sings the Nightbird, but it doesn't sound right. But check out Speaks the Nightbird or Sings the Nightbird. It's been years since I read it. That book deserves to go back and be reread. But check that out if you want to get Matthew Corbett. That one's one of the longer titles, but it's very, very good read. Then you go into Mr. Slaughter. Then you go into The Queen of Bedlam, which is very much a serial killer novel. And then you go into Mr. Slaughter, which is kind of like hunting, a different kind of serial killer novel. Very great novels all around. You can't go wrong with Robert McCammon. Anyways, thank you very much to Brian James Freeman for publishing this awesome novel, to Brian Freeman, a different Brian Freeman, for selling me this awesome novel, and for you for watching this video. And we'll see you around next time.